Okay, I'm back with Dark Souls. Now, as you can see, I homeward bound back to this bonfire and I attuned Gravelord Sword Dance. So I said I would show this spell. I'm gonna use it probably for a while because it's a cool spell, but this is what it looks like. Awesome. It says it has 40 uses, but it really only has 2 because one cast uses 20. But yeah, it's kind of like Firestorm and Chaos Firestorm and Fire Tempest, but for Faith builds. And if you look at the spell itself, hopefully I haven't aggroed those skeletons yet. If you look at it, it doesn't have any stat requirements. So even intelligence builds can use this with Velka's Talisman. Really awesome miracle. Even though it's a bit unpredictable, so the best use for it is probably when you have lots of weak enemies surrounding you. And it takes quite a bit to cast, so you either want to keep your distance or you want to have some poise. Speaking of poise, now you know what? I was thinking about going to get an armor set. Probably the Elite Knight armor set, so that I have a bit more defense, because I'm gonna be playing more of a heavy build with this character. But you know what? I'll do that after Sans Fortress. I like to keep my... Whoa, shit. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna use an Estus. Should I just go get it? I don't know. I don't want to waste any time. One armor set I'd like to use is actually the Tower Knight set, which I've never used before. But I think that's a bit too heavy. See, I want to be heavy, want to have some armor on, but I want to avoid the fat roll if possible. Okay, let's see if we can put this miracle to the use. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Luckily, it has like a wide area of effect. So it's actually not that difficult to hit enemies with it. Of course, long distance it's not gonna do anything. Wow, I can two-shot these guys. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore these two assholes and head back to the bonfire. Let's see, just jump down. Let's see if... Oh yeah, Patrice is back. I've talked to him since then. But he has nothing to give me. He has Great Heal Excerpt, but 10,000 souls. I'd rather spend it on levels. You know what, now that I'm out of the catacombs, I'm actually gonna see which one of my weapons do more damage. Well, it says that the halberd is actually more powerful, but you know what? Let's test it out. Okay. Gonna kill this guy. 153. Okay, this one does 234. 155. 154. So yeah, Warpick is gonna have to wait. Probably the time that the Warpick is gonna become really useful is once I get some weapon buffs. But Cleric builds, Faith builds only have access to weapon buffs later. Alright, let's rest here. I'm gonna level up. Strength. And that's it. Well, here we go guys, heading into Sans Fortress. I should be able to get this area done. At least get to the top, definitely. I've been through this place so many times, it's not really a challenge. Okay, come on, snake guys. Alright. Yeah, this Divine Halberd is dealing a lot of damage. I just gotta watch out not to get killed. Whoa, they take 3 hits. Okay, I'm not doing so good. I shouldn't be losing this much health this early. Fuck you guys. But really, later on, when you only encounter them one at a time, they are kind of easy to kill. They are easy to parry, but that's not an option for me. I'm just gonna put my shield up in case that snake decides to throw lightning at me. You know what? What the hell? Huh. Obviously, there's usually an enemy here who decided to take a break, apparently. Oh well. And you're dead. You can actually run past this guy. Actually, I think that's a chick. But you can run past her and activate the trap and just kill her that way. And here we get 2 large Titanite shards. So if I wasn't lazy, I could go back to Andre and upgrade my weapon to +10. Goodbye. That doesn't deal too much damage to them, actually. Whatever. I need to put my talisman back on. Just remembered. And let's pay MrSketchead a visit. Whoa. Luckily that was only a partial hit. But apparently taking your sweet time here is a bad idea. Come on. Usually this guy comes down to fight me, but apparently not. God, the enemies are behaving weird today. I don't know why. Let's pick up the Ring of Steel Protection. I don't really like this ring, actually. The defense it offers is extremely minimal. I don't know why I did a heavy attack there. Here we get the shuttle. Usually these guys are dead. As I said, weird. But if he's alive, I've got to be... God damn it, I gotta be careful, cause if I hit MrSketchead, I'm in trouble. Shit. Okay, mutual stagger. The wolf ring probably saved my ass right there. You're gonna bounce off. And you're dead. Okay, let's heal up a bit. And let's see what you have to say.
Oh-ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you.
Talk to him again.
Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball, to be precise. I must say, I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? We'll have another development.
Yeah, I don't see what's so funny. Anyways, like I said, it's important that I don't fuck up the Siegmeyer questline. Cause he has a miracle that he's gonna give us. But usually I can manage. I only ever screw up at the end, when he's in Lost Isolith. Alright. And by the way, don't try to run straight to the second door. It's impossible to make it. Just be patient. Backstab. And let's do the spinning attack. Okay, wait for the ball. Should I just go get the... You know what? I'm actually gonna go get that ring. Nice sort of Soul of a Proud Knight. And I think it's this way. I think the spell's this way. Yeah. That's... I'm not gonna need that. But I do want the ring. I'm going for the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. That actually comes in quite handy at around new content. Because it's easier to sneak by all the enemies that lead up to Artorias. Alright, here we go. Let's drop down. So yeah, actually I've done some kind of like, not testing, but I tried it out, and being silent is more important than being invisible at that section. So if you have the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, you're gonna get by fine. The what's it called, Hidden Body spell is not a requirement, and even then you can just use the Ring of Fog. Now see, this is one thing I've never really understood. I never know what resets the traps. I don't know, cause dying, I don't know, sometimes I die and they reset, sometimes I quit and they don't reset. I don't think resting at a bonfire resets them. I don't know. Not that it's really anything important. Okay, we have our favorite mimic friend here. Actually, I've never shown this before. But if you get Lloyd's talismans, and this is a trick that everyone knows, well, I shouldn't say that. If you use a Lloyd talisman on the mimic, you can get the item without having to fight it. And that's a neat little trick. I don't know who came up with it, like, were they just throwing Lloyd's talismans at random things? I don't know. I should have opened this when I was getting the Black Sorcerer set. Alright, let's get to the top. And I'm quickly gonna go rescue Logan. Not that I'm ever gonna need him. Alright. And turn it again. Actually, probably the Soul of a Hero is probably more useful for me than Logan himself. Alright, one more enemy to fight. Well, not one more, cause don't worry, there are more guys here. And he fell off.
Music.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you wanna see everything that Logan has to offer, check out my Ultimate Sorcerer's Guide. There I get every single one of his spells. And I fight him to get his equipment. But for this guy, this guide, I'm gonna be skipping that guy. Alright. I think this actually resets the boulders. No, it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure that they will be coming from this way again. I don't know if I should take a risk. I know that it's possible to do this. Huh. Oh shit. I might just die here. No, I made it. Okay, that's good. I think this is the first time I've actually managed to do that. Usually I fail miserably, as you can imagine. But yeah, this is only possible if you have the fast roll and the fast running speed. This is kind of a neat little trap. It's easy to get fooled and just run past it and get killed. Okay. I think we have a friend over here. Yeah, we do. Just poise through his attacks. And we can go ahead and collect more large titanite. Even though I don't need it right now, but you know what? Large titanite is always useful. If for nothing else, I'll use it on my eagle shield. If you get this eagle shield to plus 15, well, back when it used to block 100% physical damage, it was probably one of the best great shields in the game, if not the best. But now they balanced it out a bit more, which is good. But yeah, later on, I am probably going to switch to Sanctus. Just cause I like having parry animation. I may still periodically switch back to this shield. Now I should be able to do this. The problem is I'm not gonna have 16 arrows. Cause it is possible to push this guy off. Yep. Okay, one last thing to worry about. For now, the Thorolund Talisman is more powerful, mainly because of the higher base miracle adjustment value, but once I get to probably like 30 faith, it's gonna become shit, and the Canvas Talisman is gonna be better. And by then I'll probably have access to either the Sunlight Talisman or the Dark Moon Talisman. Oops, I'm not hollow, yeah. I wanted to kindle. Probably useless kindling this bonfire, but I always do it. Alright, we're going... No, I was gonna level up. Get 15... Oops, no. Endurance. We don't need any more attunement right now. Later on I might bump it up so that I have 4, but I don't know, we'll see about that. Alright, he's gonna throw his fire bombs. We can get more large titanite shot here. And I'm gonna go take out Rickard. Even though I'm never gonna be able to use his rapier, because the dex requirement on that thing is quite high. And more large titanite. Alright, Rickard. Let's see what you can do. He's actually extremely easy, I have to say. Oh, come on. Don't use your bow. That's kind of silly. Well done. That was... You really put up a fight. Usually his AI is smarter than that. And if you actually want to fight, like a real fight with him, get him down to so that he's on the same level as you. And then he's gonna be a bit more challenging. Not by much, but he'll at least have a fighting chance. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and probably take out the golem throwing those fireballs, then talk to the Knight of Berenice. And I'll probably unlock the shortcut back down. That one's always useful. Not gonna take the Iron Golem on. I'll save that for the next episode. I don't think I'll have time for it. Mainly because I wanna let Tarkus do it. I think he failed on my Sorcerer's run. But hopefully this time he'll be successful. It really depends on what his AI decides to do. Sometimes it's really smart. Sometimes it just fails completely. Okay, you're dead. And a useless Titanite shard. Alright, the best way I've actually found to taking out this guy is just running in. Well, maybe not. Don't take my advice. Yeah, killing these large enemies with a halberd kind of becomes annoying. Okay, we have a chance now, mainly because it usually goes through their legs. And that can screw you over. Okay, get out. Heal up. Alright, you're dead. And he should drop a Titanite chunk. Alright, one Titanite chunk. Well, let's go talk to that Tower Knight. Now that this asshole's out of the way, we can actually go pick up that soul, which is not too useful. Well, I shouldn't say that. Okay, Mr. Floating Guy. This is kind of funny. If you notice, this guy is actually floating to make him seem taller.
What? Who are you? Now that I'm dead, eh? I took on Sam's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. You speak so different. That you can handle it. Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
Alright, this guy isn't half bad as a merchant. He sells Lunch Titanite, Green Titanite, and he sells quite a few heavy weapons. He sells the Boulder Shield, which is really nice. Arrows. Yeah, the steel set. It is really heavy. Well, he does have the boulder set. That's not too heavy. Should I use the boulder set? I don't really like the way the leggings look.
Go along.
Maybe I'm gonna match it with something else. Let's see, we have boulder armor. I bought the gauntlets. Let's probably go with... that doesn't look too bad. Gonna try it with the Thieves set. Let's see. I think that looks fine. Even though it slows my roll down a bit. I have a little bit more poise and a bit more defense. Let's see. Yeah, I have 61 poise. Yeah, I think that looks good. Kind of like a Roman warrior, especially with the eagle shield. I wish there was a red shield in the game. And you could combine it with the pike and be like a Roman warrior. Okay, let's get the cage key. And this is the key that opens a cage that's basically an elevator down to the bottom of Sans Fortress. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.